Welcome to our channel, USA Coin Spot. In this video I am going to tell you about the state quarter dollar, United States of America, which are very valuable and rare. If you have them, you can take advantage of them. Top 1. Have you ever looked at an ordinary quarter and thought, it's just 25 cents? What if I told you that one of those state quarters, yes, the ones that started appearing in 1999, could actually be worth thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars? This isn't a rumor. It's a fact that certain 1999 American state quarter dollars from the U.S. Mint proof set have shocked collectors by reaching unbelievable prices. These are not old coins from the 1800s or buried treasures dug out of the ground. These are modern, shining, mirror-finished coins sitting quietly in millions of homes across America. And right now, this topic has become one of the most searched and talked about coin stories in the entire United States. Let's set the scene. The year was 1999, the dawn of the state quarter program. The U.S. Mint launched a bold idea: honor every state with its own unique quarter design, 5 states per year, over 10 years. It was history in the making, and people went crazy collecting them. But while most people were grabbing their quarters from pocket change, something special was happening at the San Francisco Mint. There, the Mint struck the proof versions, special collector editions with mirror-like backgrounds and frosted designs, made for presentation in proof sets. And inside those proof sets were the 1999 American state quarters: Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia, and Connecticut. Each one stunning, each one struck to perfection. These weren't ordinary coins meant for circulation. These were the best of the best, struck multiple times under extreme pressure using specially polished dies. That's what gives proof coins their famous, deep cameo, contrast, the mirror shine and frosted features that make them sparkle under any light. The Mint mark, S, on the coin tells you it came from the San Francisco Mint, and that's where the magic begins. Most proof sets were bought, displayed, and tucked away. But here's the secret: not all proof coins are created equal. Some came out with minute imperfections, tiny flaws invisible to the naked eye. Others came out perfect, flawless, and those are the ones that can change lives. When collectors send these coins to be graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, a perfect grade of PR70 Deep Cameo means everything. That grade is the holy grail of modern coin collecting. Now here's where things get greedy, in the best way. Imagine finding one of those 1,999 proof quarters in absolute perfect condition. It could be any of the 5: Delaware with the famous Caesar Rodney on horseback, Pennsylvania with the Keystone State emblem, New Jersey featuring Washington crossing the Delaware, Georgia with the peach and oak branches, or Connecticut with its legendary charter oak. Each design tells a story, but when that story comes in flawless proof condition, collectors go wild. People all over the United States are searching through their old proof sets, because what looks like a simple coin might actually be a treasure. The 1999 proof quarters were the first of their kind in the state quarter program, which makes them extra special. They mark the beginning of a collecting era, and first-year issues often become the most desirable. Combine that with perfect condition and low population reports, and you have a recipe for massive value jumps. Let's talk about what makes one coin worth only a few dollars and another worth a small fortune. It all comes down to quality and scarcity. A normal proof quarter from 1999 might sell for just a few bucks. But a coin that has been carefully preserved, showing not a single flaw, graded as a PR70 Deep Cameo? That's the kind of coin that collectors fight over. And because so few exist in that perfect condition, prices can go through the roof. Imagine this scenario: you're at home, opening an old box where your parents stored their proof sets from the late 1990s. You see those bright, untouched quarters shining under the light. You decide to send one off for grading, just to see what happens. Weeks later, you get the result: PR70 Deep Cameo. You've just discovered that a coin you thought was worth a few dollars could now be worth thousands. The thrill of that discovery is what makes coin collecting so addictive, and it's exactly why the 1999 proof quarters are one of the most searched topics online today. The key here is perfection. Proof coins are struck for collectors, but even among proofs, true perfection is rare. Microscopic imperfections, tiny milk spots, or faint scratches can lower a grade. That's why coins that achieve a perfect grade are like gold, beautiful, rare, and valuable. And because the 1999 proof quarters come from the very first year of the state quarter program, their importance is doubled. First issues always attract more demand. Think about it. 5 coins representing 5 states, each struck with incredible detail and brilliance, each with a chance to become a hidden fortune. Collectors love. First, and the 1999 proof quarters are the foundation of a decade-long series that changed U.S. coin collecting forever. That's why so many people are hunting for them, checking their collections, and even buying sealed 1999 proof sets online hoping to find that perfect coin hiding inside. If you already own a 1999 proof set, this is the time to take a closer look. Handle it carefully, never touch the coin's surface, and examine the quarters under a strong light. Look for deep, mirror-like reflections, sharp frosted details, and the tiny S mint mark. If your coins look flawless, they might be worth grading. And if one comes back perfect, you'll be holding something far more valuable than just 25 cents. Collectors and investors know that modern proof coins in the highest grades are one of the fastest growing areas in numismatics. And because the 1999 quarters were the first to start the program, they hold a special place in history and in collectors' hearts. This combination of historical importance, beauty, and rarity is exactly what makes these coins explode in value. So, what could one of these little beauties actually be worth? For the rarest, highest graded examples of the 1999 American state quarter dollar from the proof set, prices have been known to soar from $2,700 all the way up to $59,000. Yes, you heard that right. From just 25 cents in face value to a potential worth of $2,700 to $59,000. Just imagine that, something as small and common as a quarter, transformed into a piece of American history and a treasure worth thousands. That's the magic of coin collecting, and it's happening right now. So go ahead, open your proof sets, take a closer look at those shining 1999 quarters, and you just might discover that your 25-cent coin is actually your golden ticket. Top 2. What if I told you that one of the most common-looking quarters in your collection could actually be worth a small fortune? A simple 25-cent coin that most people overlook might just be hiding thousands of dollars in value. And yes, we're talking about the American state quarter dollar from the year 2000. It's the coin that so many people have sitting in their proof sets right now without realizing what they could be holding. This coin isn't just another piece of spare change, it's one of the most searched, most talked about, and most surprising modern coins in the entire United States. And if you have one, this might just be your lucky day. Back in the year 2000, the U.S. Mint was in full swing with its iconic state quarter program. The frenzy had begun the year before, and Americans everywhere were collecting every design they could find. But here's where things get interesting. The regular quarters that went into circulation were mass-produced by the billions, while a special version was being struck at the San Francisco Mint for collectors only. These were the proof coins, made with dazzling mirror finishes and frosted, sculpted details that looked like miniature works of art. Each year, 5 new states were honored, and the 2000 proof set included Massachusetts, Maryland, South Carolina, New Hampshire, and Virginia. These designs are some of the most loved in the entire series. The Massachusetts quarter with the Minuteman statue, the Maryland quarter featuring the dome of the State House, South Carolina's palmetto tree and state symbols, New Hampshire's Old Man of the Mountain, and Virginia's trio of ships representing the Jamestown settlement. All of them tell pieces of American history, but for coin collectors, they can tell a story worth a lot more than 25 cents. The difference between an ordinary 2000 quarter and one from the proof set is night and day. The proof coins were not meant for pocket change. They were struck using polished dies, often multiple times, to create those crisp, deep mirror surfaces that make the designs pop like 3D art. And the telltale sign is the S mint mark. Proof quarters from this year were minted in San Francisco and carry that little S on the obverse. But here's where things get thrilling. Not every proof coin is created equal. Even though all of them are special, only a tiny percentage leave the mint in absolutely flawless condition. Most coins have microscopic blemishes, tiny hairlines, or slight imperfections. But the coins that are 100% perfect, the ones that gleam with flawless fields and razor-sharp frost, are the ones that can turn into treasures. When collectors send their 2000 state quarters from proof sets to professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC, those perfect PR70 Deep Cameo grades become the stuff of legend. That's where the greed, the excitement, and the treasure hunt all come together. You see, proof coins from the year 2000 are relatively easy to find in sets, but finding one that grades perfectly is another story. The perfect ones are ultra rare, and collectors across the country are searching for them. The demand for high-grade proof coins has exploded in recent years, especially for the early years of the state quarter program. And because 2000 was only the second year of the series, these coins are now in the spotlight. Imagine the thrill of opening an old US Mint proof set, maybe one that's been sitting in a drawer for over 20 years, and realizing the coins inside are in pristine, untouched condition. You send them off for grading, and weeks later, the result comes back, PR70 Deep Cameo. You just turned a proof quarter worth a few dollars into a coin that collectors are willing to pay thousands for. That's not fantasy, it's happening right now. Collectors know that the first few years of the state quarter program hold special historical value. The designs were fresh, the minting techniques were being perfected, and the public obsession was at its peak. Proof coins from this period represent the beginning of one of the most successful US coin programs ever created, and that makes them highly desirable. Combine that with perfect condition, and you've got a coin that's not only rare but also emotionally valuable to collectors who want the very best examples from that era. Now, you might be wondering what exactly makes these proof coins so valuable. It's all about rarity within perfection. The grading companies maintain population reports that show how many coins exist in each grade. When only a handful of coins from the 2000 proof set reach that top PR70 grade, collectors compete fiercely to own them. And when multiple collectors want the same coin, prices shoot up fast. That's why a 25-cent coin can suddenly become a 4 or even 5-figure investment. The 2000 proof quarters also stand out because they represent such an iconic chapter in modern American history. Everyone remembers collecting state quarters, but only a few people understand that the proof versions, the ones in those sleek US Mint cases, could be their hidden jackpot. People across the US are searching through their old proof sets, hoping to find one that's never been touched, never been exposed to air or fingerprints, still as flawless as the day it left the San Francisco Mint. If you have one of those sets at home, don't overlook it. Take it out carefully, don't touch the coins, and look for that mirror finish, that strong contrast between the frosted designs and the reflective background. If it looks absolutely perfect, it might be time to get it graded. Because if your coin gets that top-tier certification, you're no longer holding just a proof quarter, you're holding a piece of American history that could be worth a serious amount of money. The excitement around these coins has made them one of the most searched topics in the US coin collecting community. Everyone wants to know if their proof quarters from 2000 could be valuable, and the answer is yes, if you've got perfection on your side. The combination of historical appeal, collector demand, and flawless condition creates the perfect storm for value, and that's why collectors are willing to pay so much for these shining little treasures. So here's the question: do you have one? Because the 2000 American state quarter dollar from the proof set, in its rarest, highest graded form, has been known to sell for anywhere between $2,700 and $58,000. That's right, 25 cents turned into $2,700 to $58,000. A coin so small, yet carrying the potential for such incredible profit. So go ahead, check your proof sets, open that 2000 case, and take a long, careful look at those 5 gleaming quarters. The next coin you discover could be the one that changes everything. Top 3. Have you ever imagined that a simple quarter, the same 25-cent coin you've seen your whole life, could actually be worth thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars? Sounds unbelievable, right? But the truth is, one of the most ordinary-looking coins from the United States Mint proof set might just be hiding that kind of fortune. Today, we're talking about the 2014 American state quarter dollar from the proof set, and if you have one sitting in your collection, this could be the most exciting thing you've heard all week. The 2014 proof quarters are not just any coins, they're part of America's Beautiful America the Beautiful series, continuing the legacy of the original state quarters program. These coins were struck at the San Francisco Mint with the S Mint mark, and they're not your regular quarters that jingle in your pocket. They were made with perfection in mind: deep, mirror-like fields, razor-sharp designs, and that iconic frosted contrast that proof collectors love. Each one tells a piece of American history, and the year 2014 brought us 5 stunning designs that still captivate collectors to this day. That year, the Mint honored Great Smoky Mountains National Park in Tennessee, Shenandoah National Park in Virginia, Arches National Park in Utah, Great Sand Dunes National Park in Colorado, and Everglades National Park in Florida. Each of these designs captures breathtaking American landscapes, and in proof form, they look like tiny pieces of art frozen in silver and copper. But here's where it gets interesting. Most of these coins were never meant to circulate. They were placed in protective plastic cases inside proof sets and sold directly to collectors. Yet among all those proof coins, only a few emerged in absolutely flawless, perfect condition, and those are the ones that make headlines. You see, proof coins go through an incredibly detailed minting process. The blanks are hand-polished, and the dies are treated to give that glassy mirror shine. Each coin is struck multiple times to make every line, curve, and detail stand out in perfect clarity. But even with all that care, perfection is almost impossible. A speck of dust, a tiny nick, or even the faintest line can ruin a perfect grade. That's why collectors send these coins to professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, to find out if their proof coin is one of the rare few that deserve the top grade of PR70 Deep Cameo. And here's where the story gets greedy. Because when a coin like the 2014 proof quarter earns that perfect grade, the value can explode. We're talking about a coin that cost a few dollars as part of a mint set turning into something worth thousands. The reason? Scarcity. Out of all the proof sets produced, only a small handful of coins achieve absolute perfection under a grader's microscope. Those few coins, the ones that sparkle like a mirror and show no flaws whatsoever, become the treasures that collectors are willing to pay big money for. Imagine owning one of those flawless coins. You take your 2014 proof set out of storage, pull out one of those quarters, and under bright light you see it. The perfect contrast, no marks, no haze, just pure beauty. You send it for grading, it comes back PR70 Deep Cameo, and suddenly that little coin, once worth only 25 cents in face value, is now a collector's dream. That's not just luck, that's a jackpot hiding in plain sight. What makes the 2014 proof quarters especially exciting is that they come from a recent era, meaning millions of Americans still have them sitting around. People bought these proof sets from the US Mint, admired them for a while, and tucked them away in drawers or safes, not realizing they could be holding a tiny fortune. That's why the 2014 proof quarters have become one of the most searched coin topics in the United States. Everyone wants to know if theirs might be the perfect one worth serious money. Each design has its own charm and collector following. The Great Smoky Mountains quarter, with its historic cabin nestled among misty hills, has a rustic beauty that makes it a favorite. The Shenandoah quarter captures the majesty of a hiker standing on Little Stony Man summit, a true symbol of exploration. The Arches coin, with its stunning red rock formations, is like holding a piece of Utah's desert magic. The Great Sand Dunes quarter features a family standing before soaring dunes and distant mountains, while the Everglades quarter shows the wild elegance of a great heron and anhinga in flight. When you see them under light, their mirrored fields and frosted images almost look alive. Now, not all proof quarters will make you rich, but if you have one in top-tier, untouched condition, that's where the money lies. Coins that have been handled, scratched, or stored improperly lose their luster and drop in value. But coins that remain sealed in their original proof set cases, especially if they've been kept in stable temperatures with no moisture, stand a better chance of achieving those higher grades. And for those that do, collectors are willing to pay eye-watering prices to own them. It's that dream, the thrill of discovering something valuable right in your own home, that drives the obsession. People across America are now revisiting their 2014 proof sets, shining lights on their coins, comparing details, and wondering if they're sitting on hidden treasure. The beauty of coin collecting is that you don't need to be a millionaire to start, you just need curiosity and the right coin. And if your coin happens to be one of those perfect examples, you might find yourself holding something worth far more than you ever expected. So, what's the potential payoff? Hold on to your seat, because for the rarest, highest graded examples of the 2014 American State Quarter Dollar from the proof set, collectors have paid anywhere between $2,700 and $55,000. That's right, a simple 25-cent coin turned into a prize worth $2,700 to $55,000. Think about that for a moment. One coin, from a proof set you might already own, could be worth as much as a luxury vacation, a new car, or even part of a down payment on a home. It's the ultimate reminder that sometimes the most extraordinary treasures come in the most ordinary forms. So go ahead, check your proof sets, look closely at those 2014 quarters, and who knows? That little coin you've been ignoring might just be your golden ticket to a life-changing discovery. Top 4. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that looks ordinary, just a standard 25-cent quarter, and realizing that it could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. That's not a fantasy. That's exactly what could be happening with the 2017 American State Quarter Dollar from the proof set. These coins, struck by the U.S. Mint, have become one of the most searched and talked about coins in the United States, and collectors are scrambling to uncover hidden treasures that could be lying in their drawers right now. The 2017 proof quarters were part of the final years of the America the Beautiful series, and they represent some of the most stunning designs in modern coin collecting. Produced at the San Francisco Mint, each coin carries the S Mint mark and was struck with the extraordinary precision of a proof coin. The process is meticulous. The blanks are polished, the dies are specially prepared, and each coin is struck multiple times to ensure that every detail is sharp and every field mirrors light perfectly. The result is a coin with a frosted design that pops against a mirror-like background, something that regular circulation quarters can only dream of achieving. That year, the Mint issued quarters honoring Mount Hood National Forest in Oregon, Yellowstone National Park in Wyoming, Grand Canyon National Park in Arizona, Theodore Roosevelt National Park in North Dakota, and Mount Rushmore National Memorial in South Dakota. Each design tells a story of America's natural beauty and historical legacy. Collectors have always been drawn to these designs, but proof coins take the appeal to a whole new level. When the frosted details catch the light just right, these coins look more like miniature works of art than money. The thrill of collecting proof coins comes from rarity within perfection. While thousands of proof sets were sold to collectors, only a tiny fraction of these coins remain flawless today. Even a minuscule scratch, a hairline mark, or a slight imperfection can prevent a coin from earning the coveted PR70 Deep Cameo grade. That grade is the pinnacle of modern coin collecting. It tells the world that the coin is perfect in every way, with deep contrast, sharp detail, and no imperfections at all. This is where the excitement, and the greed, truly begins. Because a 2017 proof quarter that earns a perfect grade is no longer just a coin, it becomes a rare collectible with incredible monetary potential. Collectors and investors understand that these coins are modern-day treasures. The combination of scarcity, perfection, and historical significance drives the value into the thousands. And unlike older coins that are often hidden in museums or lost to time, these coins could be sitting in homes across the United States, waiting for someone to realize their true worth. Imagine opening a proof set you purchased years ago and seeing your coins gleaming, untouched and flawless. You send them to a grading company, the results come back PR70 Deep Cameo, and suddenly your small investment in a mint set has transformed into something far more valuable. That's the magic of proof coins from 2017, the potential to turn a small, ordinary-looking coin into a collector's dream worth serious money. The designs themselves add to the allure. Mount Hood National Forest captures the serene beauty of Oregon's mountains, Yellowstone showcases the awe-inspiring geysers and wildlife of Wyoming, the Grand Canyon Quarter immortalizes one of the world's greatest natural wonders, Theodore Roosevelt National Park highlights the rugged landscapes and bison of North Dakota, and Mount Rushmore reflects the grandeur of American history carved in stone. Each coin is visually stunning, historically significant, and in perfect proof form, an irresistible target for collectors. Collectors have become increasingly vigilant about examining their proof sets from this era. Even coins that were tucked away for decades are now being scrutinized under bright lights for that mirror finish, frosted design, and the S mint mark. The excitement comes not only from the beauty of the coin but also from the possibility that it could be one of the rare coins that reaches the highest grade. Perfectly preserved proof coins are extremely limited, and that rarity has fueled a surge in value. The 2017 American State quarter-dollar proof coins are more than just money. They are modern-day treasures that bridge the gap between historical significance and collectible beauty. Their popularity has skyrocketed because they combine the thrill of finding something rare with the joy of owning a piece of American history. It's a hunt, a gamble, and an investment all rolled into one small, shining quarter. So, what could one of these pristine coins actually be worth? For the rarest and highest graded 2017 American State quarter dollar from the proof set, collectors have paid anywhere from $2,700 to $62,000. That's right. What starts as a humble 25-cent coin could be worth $2,700 to $62,000 in the right hands. Think about that for a moment. A coin that seems ordinary might actually be the key to discovering a fortune. If you have a 2017 proof set tucked away somewhere, it's worth taking a careful look. Your next coin could be the one that transforms from simple spare change into a treasure worth tens of thousands of dollars. Top 5. Picture this. A coin that looks like any ordinary quarter, something that jingles in your pocket or sits in a drawer, could actually be hiding a fortune. Sounds like a dream, right? But for collectors in the United States, the 2019 American State quarter dollar from the proof set is exactly that kind of hidden treasure. This coin is one of the most searched and sought-after pieces in modern coin collecting, and the truth is, if you have one in your collection, you could be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. The 2019 proof quarters are part of the final years of the iconic America the Beautiful Quarters program. Produced at the San Francisco Mint, each coin carries the S mint mark and was struck with the meticulous care that defines a proof coin. The process is extraordinary. The blanks are polished to perfection, the dies are specially treated, and each coin is struck multiple times to create razor-sharp details and mirror-like fields. The result is a coin with frosted designs that seem to float above a glassy background, something circulation quarters can never achieve. In 2019, the U.S. Mint honored several stunning American landmarks. Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore in Michigan, Apostle Islands National Lakeshore in Wisconsin, Voyageurs National Park in Minnesota, Cumberland Island National Seashore in Georgia, and the Block Island National Wildlife Refuge in Rhode Island. Each design tells a story of natural beauty, American history, and timeless appeal. Collectors have always loved these coins, but in proof form, they transform into miniature works of art that are simply irresistible to anyone who appreciates precision and beauty. What makes these coins truly valuable is perfection. While thousands of proof sets were sold, only a tiny fraction of these quarters remain flawless today. Even the smallest imperfection, a hairline scratch, a tiny nick, or a microscopic blemish, can prevent a coin from earning the top grade. The holy grail for collectors is the PR70 Deep Cameo grade, indicating a coin with perfect detail, perfect contrast, and no flaws. Achieving this grade is extremely rare, and that rarity is exactly what drives the value into the thousands of dollars. Imagine holding one of these flawless coins. You carefully remove it from its original protective case, study the mirror-like field, and notice the frosted details perfectly contrasting against it. You send it for professional grading, and weeks later, it comes back as PR70 Deep Cameo. Suddenly, your small coin, once worth only 25 cents, is now a collector's dream and a serious investment. That's the excitement and greed behind modern proof quarters. The possibility that an ordinary coin could be worth an extraordinary amount of money. The designs themselves add to the allure. Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore captures Michigan's dramatic sandstone cliffs and azure waters. Apostle Islands showcases Wisconsin's iconic lighthouses and rugged shoreline. Voyageurs highlights Minnesota's tranquil waters and forests. Cumberland Island emphasizes Georgia's unspoiled beaches and wild horses. And Block Island celebrates Rhode Island's wildlife refuge with elegant, naturalistic detail. Each coin is more than money. It's a tiny masterpiece, a slice of American history that gleams in perfect proof form. collectors have become increasingly obsessed with examining their proof sets from this era. Even coins that have been stored for years are now scrutinized under bright light, checking for mirror finish, frosted details, and that all-important mint mark. The thrill comes not only from the beauty of the coin but from the potential financial reward. Perfectly preserved proof coins from 2019 are incredibly limited, and that scarcity has fueled a surge in value in recent years. The 2019 American State $quarter proof coins represent more than just spare change. They're modern treasures, bridging the gap between history and collectible art. Their popularity has soared because they combine the thrill of finding something rare with the joy of owning a piece of America. It's a hunt, an investment, and a gamble all in one small, gleaming coin. So, what could one of these flawless coins actually fetch? For the rarest, highest graded 2019 American State $quarter from the proof set, collectors have been known to pay anywhere from $2,700 to $57,000. That's right, a simple 25-cent coin can be worth $2,700 to $57,000 in perfect condition. Think about that. A coin that seems ordinary could be the key to unlocking a fortune. If you have a 2019 proof set tucked away somewhere, it's time to take a careful look. That quarter you've been ignoring might just be your ticket to discovering a treasure worth tens of thousands of dollars.